Talking cross country with the Scoopers head coach Blake Profrock, and you guys were conference champions and did pretty well at state.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. People have asked kind of what just recently, how I thought the season went and how it ended and stuff like that. And I think I'm maybe most happy with just both boys and girls. Man, performed really well. For us to be one of the smaller AA schools, but able to be finish boys get on the podium and get sixth, and girls be eighth. It was just, I feel like it's a tremendous accomplishment and something that's kind of the best we've done since been here, and so I'm just really happy about that and the way they performed. And the boys obviously coming off of winning conference, and then all perform extremely well at the state level, and manage to get on the podium and bring some hardware home is a pretty cool thing. That's actually the first time to get on the podium and actually bring hardware home in the school's history. So that was pretty cool on the boys' side of things there. And they've placed higher, but in terms of what they medaled to and stuff previous, this is the first time. So that was kind of a fun, good feeling to have.
A lot of individual effort, but still a team sport.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And honestly, I'll talk about the girls in that sense. We've had, just in that race, we had some kind of kids outperform anything that they've done, all year. And then we had some that were maybe not quite to maybe that level. And that just goes to show it's a testament to the, team sport. And for them to, be in the top 8 is, phenomenal. And of course the boys, I mean, they've run as a pack all year long. We had one standout performance, Darren Graff. He was our boy medalist. Girl medalist, Lucy Hamer. But Darren's performance, I think, ended up being like 19th overall, kind of in the state, all classes together, which in a cross-country sense, that makes you the top 25 is like an all-state performance. So, like, that was great. That was a personal best of his. And then, our other boys, I think, all the next 4 guys that were all scorers for us were all in the top 40. And I think they were, 30th, 32, 33, or 30th, 31, 33 or what. I mean, they're right there, really close. And then, we had somebody, Ray came in, a senior came in, I think right at, like 40th or right there. So really, really, really tight, helped each other along, pack running. And, it kind of, I think, made the difference without a doubt.
Last time we talked about how great it was to win the conference, even more to do that well at state.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. There's no doubt about it. We thought, that was kind of the goal the whole year. And what's kind of crazy is, it's sometimes, very rarely do you kind of set some goals and achieve them, and especially at that, to win conference. That was one of them that they wanted, the boys wanted to do, and to get on the podium at state. And they did them both, and they're both not easy to do. And kind of, I think we talked about it last time, and kind of referencing it again before we started here, just how tough the conference is. I mean, in Class A, there's 3 schools out of our conference. They got on the podium in both the boys and the girls, and Custer, winning. I mean, guys, Karen does a phenomenal job there, and just how good some of the runners are, and so and even Spearfish girls, they end up 6th place, and our girls ran well, and our boys obviously ran well. I mean, the Black Hills Conference is tough, and so to win that, and then obviously go on to do what we did at the state level too, was just a nice ending.
Coach, last year was the COVID year, so not everything was the same. So this year, were there some kids that surprised you, say, from the beginning of the year to how they finished up?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Honestly, probably, Darren Graff on the boys' side, he ends up, 13th, at state, and pretty much our number 1 runner all year. I mean, we had some kids kind of bounce back and forth in that spot. But what's crazy about that is last year at the conference meet, he won conference, but he won the JV division. I mean, he didn't, quite make, you know, like our varsity team. And then he really came on all his last two meets and then ran for us, at the state level last year. But then to do this year, and what he was able to do was phenomenal. We picked up a lot of young girls, to kind of fill out the team. And so just seeing some of them, and we had a couple of them come up at the end of last year at track out track and field, and they performed well, and we kind of got them out. And so I think a lot of those things, couple others, some big time performances, just on the boys side as a whole, Ty Petracco, young kid, does fantastic. Morgan Pappenfuss. We had some, senior leadership, but it was only one senior, to kind of keep things rolling. And then Beck Brook. I mean, he had a big time performance at state. I mean, he came through, set personal best by probably almost 30 seconds, and it was huge. I mean, it really made the difference. And so just, people in the rest of the team seeing that and what people are able to step up and do and to kind of lead in some of those instances, I think is huge. It was just a great season. We had a lot of great support, a lot of fans. It seemed like, obviously, more than, with COVID year and stuff like that, but it seemed like we had more fans than normal. Just a lot of support. Administration was awesome. Tip my hat to the middle school coaches. They have a lot of kids, and we obviously use some on the girls' side and pulled some up at the schools. And I couldn't do and our team couldn't nearly be as successful without Scott Peterson, who's his assistant coach. He's and maybe he doesn't want to admit it, but I mean, he's basically everything I know I got from him, and so that's a good thing. Bad thing, maybe he doesn't want to admit to all of that, but he's fantastic. He's obviously the best coaches around, and to be here in the program, be an assistant, man, he's awesome. I don't know what I'd do without him. So, and the kids benefit, huge from that and all the experience there. So, we were just extremely happy with the way it went. Kids are already talking about next year. Of course, they're talking about track. But when you have and you end a year like this, I think that's what you get. You get kids looking forward, looking to what they can do, and we're only losing one senior. I mean, he's awesome. I mean, Ray Henderson was fantastic for us. Played soccer, and ran cross country every single year. So I mean, he put a lot of miles on, and was a good leader for us. But in the same respect, like, that means we got a lot coming back, and I think some maybe big things ahead.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking time to visit about the cross country team. A great season, of course. Cooper Athletics, great with all the sports, and congratulations again on a great cross country season.
Yeah, thank you. Again, we appreciate everything you guys do, bouncing around. We see you guys around school a lot, and and at the meets and things like that, and we just really appreciate it. And congratulations to to all the teams and all the other teams that I kind of see you guys bouncing around too. They had fantastic seasons as well. So thank you.